Hey guys, Trent here, coming at you with another video. So I've got some pretty cool thrift items to show you. Let's take a look at them and see how I did. So if you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit, and I take you along for the journey. So please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Alright, went to the thrift store. I didn't find a lot, but I think I found a little mini home run. So anyways, let's look at these items. Let me know how I did. Let's see how much money we can make on it. And then, of course, I got a few items for my collections. Honorable mentions, I like to call them. So I found one PlayStation 3 game. It was $5.99. It's SSX snowboarding. Nice condition. So I'm just grabbing up PlayStation 3 and such right now because I think it's going to go up in value, and then I'm just collecting for this system. So, snowboarding game, pretty cool. Then here's a really neat one, kind of like a underground movie. It was produced by J.J. Abrams though. Overlord Blu-ray for my Blu-ray collection. I've actually seen this one. This is a pretty cool kind of under the radar movie. It's like a World War II zombie movie. So Overlord, if you haven't checked that one out, I recommend it. Pretty interesting. That was a brand new sealed Blu-ray, so that's cool. Alright, found another little Hatch-A-Baby Hatchable. Hatchables sell pretty decently. You pay a couple bucks for them. You can put a couple of them together, make a $25, $30 sale, something like that. So this was $1.99, so another little Hatch-A-Baby. Then I found this bag, kind of pricey, $5.99, but these are Star Wars. They're like Star Wars Army Men. So these Star Wars Army Men are called Star Wars Command, and looks like they actually can sell for a little bit. I'm not gonna make a super amount of profit, but I'll definitely be able to make a little bit of profit. Pretty interesting. Looks like just a cool experimental item and has a good brand name attached to it. A lot of little detailed Army Men style figures. Oh, even got a Luke Skywalker, it looks like. Alright, found a couple Nerf pieces. I paid $10 for this Vulcan because this is the clear one. I think if this works properly and everything, you could, including shipping and everything, you could probably sell it for close to $100 because people are collecting these, and this color is going to be harder to find. So we'll test it out. If not, I can sell the parts off of it. And then I picked up one other Nerf gun. This is a Nerf Alpha Strike. This was like a pretty recent series. Yeah, 2018. This is like a economy version of Nerf that they started selling, but these actually sell pretty well. So just save that and probably maybe hang on to it, add it to a lot or something. $1.99. Okay, last but not least, on the way out in the line, I saw these, and I think these might be where the profit's at. These are vintage, never used photo albums. Parker photo album. Ben Parker Company, Carson City, Nevada, printed in the USA. So I actually looked up some comps on these things, and I saw some sell for like 50 bucks a piece. So I'll have to double check that, but I got two of them, $2.99 a piece. Never opened. Vintage photo albums, nice leather bound looking, and they're not really leather or anything, but I think that's got to put me in a pretty nice little profit. Actually, probably pay for everything I bought today and then put me in the profit. So that was a pretty cool little home run. Alright, went to get a haircut and went to the chicken feed store to get a few things for my backyard chickens, and hit a few yard sales along the way, and man, one of them is, I got some pretty cool stuff to show off, so let's check this out. Alright, first yard sale was nothing special, but a few pretty cool vintage items. Well, actually, it's all vintage. Wow, actually, everything I bought today was, I think, except for one piece, is vintage that I bought. 2 different yard sales. So we got a few vintage dollar electronic games. This one's from 1996. Sorry. Got to test these out and see if they work. They may not be anything crazy, but they're vintage games. And then we got a 1999 Scrabble Express. Nothing I'm too excited about, but still picked them up. These are hit or miss on whether they're worth it. Little baby chickens are going crazy over there. Then I got a couple dollar glasses here, vintage. These might be early 2000. This one here, it's that McDonald's 100th anniversary Disney 100 Years of Magic, Walt Disney World. This is the Pixar glass with Buzz Lightyear on it. I think that may actually sell for 10-15 bucks, but anyways, it was only $1. But this one's cool. I don't know how old this one is. It definitely looks vintage. Disneyland Splash Mountain. That was $1. Don't know, but that one could be a good one. Have no idea, but that's just like totally exactly the kind of stuff I like to take a gamble on, right? And speaking of that, here's another one. Here's an interesting one. Here's a vintage, looks like a Pyrex style glass jar. It says hermetic on the top. And made in Italy. Now that I think about that, I hope that wasn't a marijuana jar. Nah, I don't think so. But I looked up these vintage jars, and these look like they could sell for decent cash. It's pretty nice. There is like a sealing gasket that's supposed to go there, but I figured that's probably not too big of an issue. So it was cheap, so I picked that up. Alright, then I went to another yard sale, and this was a elderly couple, and the dude was selling tools. And that's what you got to look out for, I think, at yard sales, is whenever people are selling vintage tools. Because what they'll be doing is, usually they'll have newer tools that they'll have like, oh, this is like a Gerber was there, they wanted 20 bucks for it, right? So forget about all that. Like there was an impact driver there that was like 20, they wanted 25 bucks because for some reason they value those because maybe they paid for them later in life and remember how much they paid for them, right? But then they got these vintage tools that they're just like $1 a piece, but they're like little individual hand tools. Those are my bread and butter. I love selling those kind of tools because all you got to do is look up the brand and the model number and everything, and you can tell that they're vintage because they're all metal. And you can make decent little bread and butter $10, $15, $20 sales all day long with these dollar tools. So I got quite a bit of them. Here's an unbranded one that my wife just wanted, so I picked that up for $1. So that's not for sale. But then I got a Creuter, Krauter, made in USA, number 1801-6. Little wire cutters, little pliers wire cutters. And here's a nice vintage set of ankle cutters, H. Bacher, made in USA, number 5179. Here's another Bacher angle cutters made in USA. This one doesn't have a model number, but maybe if I peel back this rubber that they put on it, it might be in there. Here's a pair, I believe, of Klein angle cutters. I didn't realize these were chipped a little bit, so these will just be staying in with my tools. Then here's a channel lock. Here's a channel lock made in USA, little angle cutters. That was $1. Model number 41. Here's some we picked up just for my tools. It was $5. A whole big old bag, a big old pack of reciprocating saw blades for the Sawzall, which I have. For $5, there's 12 blades in there. Let's scan this real quick and see how much this sells for, because that's definitely worth over $5. Well, not as good as I thought. $15, but still tools I need and a significant discount. Then here's one I'm just taking a chance on. Seems vintage and seems interesting. It's not the kind of wire cutters I'm used to. But these are Ideal Industries Easy Wire Stripper, made in USA. Very complex looking mechanism there. So that was $1 as well, so let's do it. Then we got a vintage Proto Los Angeles forged steel number 708S crescent wrench, $1. For $1, I got this vintage Hexi Case Junior Allen wrench set, complete. Here's some little micro tools for $1 a piece. Here's some little angle, very precision angle cutters, very small, made by Lacrosse, number 1072, Scheffenbros, Germany. Here's a Utica. I forgot what these are, like seal pullers or something. I forgot what these things are. Utica 81-4, made in USA. And he gave me this bag of wire cutters and crimpers for $5. We got a Super Champ commercial AWG wire cutter and a Vasco made in USA number 1930 wire cutters, or wire cutters and crimpers. Then we got a Calterm. This one might not be might not be vintage. Calterm made in Taiwan wire cutters. Wire strippers is some of the terms I should have used for some of those first ones I said. Here we got a wire stripper made by AWG. So I suspect these probably aren't worth a lot, but it's possible that these could be worth reselling. But guess what? If they're not worth reselling, you just keep them for your own tool collection. Okay, then I just totally grabbed this. I didn't look it up, but I just had to grab it. They wanted $2 for this. US 2.5 gallon utility can. It's made out of plastic though. Says Action is all what it says on the bottom for the brand name. And this is like some kind of vintage utility can that has this cool, it's got the spigot side, and then if you want to cap it off, the cap is permanently attached to it like that. How neat is that? No idea on that, but I gotta try to flip that. It's pretty cool. Then finally, I just taken a chance with this really vintage General Electric fan. It works. They wanted $5 for it, so I paid $5 for that. This is the kind of fan that people like to restore. If you restore one of these fans, they can sell it for good money, $200 or something like that probably, but that takes a lot of time and effort, of course. So I'm just going to see if I can flip this to somebody who wants to restore it. So I'm just going to throw it a price tag of like $70 on it or something and call it a day. But yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. All vintage, the kind of stuff I like to deal with, especially those small tools. Don't underestimate those. You can make some decent cash off of those, and you can just kind of tell. It's like pretty easy to figure out too. You see something like this, it's all metal. They want only $1 for it. It's got a brand name. It says made in the USA, and it's got a brand name and model number. That's all you gotta do. Figure it out, list it up. When it sells, throw it in a padded and call it a day. Make $10, $15 sale. All right, let's take a look at some of those tools I picked up today and see what I'm talking about here. So here's the those ideal easy wire stripper tool accessory, vintage. Here's one. Several have sold, some on auction for cheaper, but here's a best buy it now, $18 free shipping. That's pretty good. You see there's a lot of comps examples there. Then there's the Crowder 1801-6 vintage angle cutters. Or no, these are wire cutters, pliers. There's one right here, sold for $17.90 plus shipping. Various prices, but you get my point. And then here's those little channel locks. I didn't find a sold of the specific vintage one, but these tiny little channel lock. There's one that was new that sold for $25, but let's see here. You know, mine's perfectly fine. Oh, this is sold. Yeah, mine's perfectly fine used, and mine's a vintage one. So I'm sure it's good for $10, $15 sale. But let's see. Other people, somebody's trying to sell the same vintage ones for $17.99 plus shipping. So if I wanted to, I could undercut them with my exact same set of vintage pliers, channel locks. So not bad. Then we got the H. Bacher angle cutters, diagonal cutters that I picked up for $1. Not as good, but still fine. $5.99 plus shipping, not bad. Then here's the Utica. Oh yeah, here's the same pair. Somebody paid $10.99 plus shipping So about $16 total. Here's those Super Champ wire strippers. You can see here a vintage pair like mine sold for about 20 bucks including shipping, 15 plus shipping here. Not bad. Then the Vaco, however you say it, vintage pliers. Somebody has a couple pairs for sale. Didn't see specific comps on that one. But anyways, not everyone can be a immediate winner. And then finally we have the vintage Proto Los Angeles wrench, 708S 8-inch drop forge steel wrench. You can see here's one that sold for $23.99 free shipping. But you know, 15 to 20 bucks is fine to sell it, you know, for paying only $1 for it. So that's an example of why I really like to look at those tool tables where people are saying $1 a tool, because there's always a lot of vintage, or because the chances are there's a lot of good vintage tools in there that they just undervalue them, because I think the average person isn't going to pick up the vintage tools unless they're collecting tools or are selling. So there's an opportunity there. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave comments down in the comment section about anything you like. I hope you enjoyed and have a good one.